everybody! Today I'm going to be making some German Christmas cookies. These are called Spitzbuben. They are the ones with the jam in between, which I love. It's my favorite, cookies with jam. It's always good, right? For this I'm going to need some ingredients, obviously. Here they all are. We need 200 grams of butter. I'm using Kerrygold, it was on sale. I'm using 1 egg, it's right there, 1 whole egg. We have 100 grams of ground almonds, it's right there. We have 150 grams powdered sugar for you. 1 little pack of vanilla sugar right there. A little bit of salt, we always need in some cookies. We have 300 grams of flour. I'm using some flour from the organic shop, which was kind of expensive, but I'm happy about it. Now we have some jam, apricot and red berries, little red berries. It's a little sour, it's very yummy. Let's start cooking! Now I'm going to add everything into my bowl. Then the almonds. I already had some salt inside. Now the vanilla sugar will be added. Oops. Yep. And I'm going to stir that up some. I'm just stir it a bit with a spoon, and then once this is stirred, I will add my butter. That's enough. Now we add the butter inside. The butter is inside. Scrape, scrape, scrape. And also we add the egg inside now. Everything just goes inside. It's very simple, basically. Everything goes inside this bowl. And now we need to knead it. I will show you how it goes. Now I have the bowl with all the ingredients inside and I will just knead it with the kneading hooks of a cooking machine, mixing machine. Here I've got the machine and I'm gonna insert the hooks. And it's ready to go. To prevent from the flour going everywhere and sugar, I'm going to use this. It has a hole inside and you can put your mixer through and then put it on top of the bowl and mix around. I will show you how that goes. some flour down here. It's better to use a bowl with a holder. I don't have a holder, otherwise your fingers might get caught in that flour. Now I'm going to put this thing, I'm going to stir it up a little bit more like this. I still have to learn how to use this thing, I don't quite know. Everywhere. It's not really helping. I really don't like to use my hands, and I'm wearing the chura, so it's even worse. But I'm going to continue without that cover, which is not perfect. Maybe I just need to learn how to use it. But I tried. And now I think it's gonna work. Maybe okay without it. I mean, I've got butter on everywhere. So, purpose defeated. Now that it's fairly well stirred, you need to knead it with your hands, I think. That's what it said in the recipe anyway. And it's gonna be necessary so to get dirty. I don't like it. I really don't like it. And you should have clean hands when you're doing that. So make sure your hands are clean. Mine are clean. I have these things on, so it's kind of uncomfortable, but now get in there. Put your and knead it nicely. Right like that. And it's messy everywhere. I mean, I've got butter everywhere. Look, there's butter. No, never mind. Where's butter? It's kind of nice. And the butter is squirting everywhere. And this is kind of fun. I hate to get it behind into my nails. Oh my goodness. It does get messy though. It does get messy. Maybe you can, now we can take it out from the thing. Put it on the surface. On my little flat surface. And let's do a little bit more kneading. Get all this butter from here everywhere. It's everywhere. It's on my mixer. But it's lovely because butter smells amazing. And then I can just knead it like this. A little bit at a time. Get all your cookie dough in there. And you can taste it in between. fantastic. My dough is flying everywhere. And there's butter. But I think this is now becoming a wonderful, beautiful cookie dough. And this will be refrigerated for 1 hour after it's properly kneaded. I think you feel when you've done enough kneading and it's smooth and beautiful, just like that. And then refrigerate it for 1 hour. Now I am going to wrap my dough in some film. Flat, nice and flat. And that's how I'm going to put it in the fridge. Thank you. And now a little bit of cleanup. Hi guys! Today is a new day and I'm going to continue with my cookie recipe. The dough is now in the refrigerator and I'm going to take it out and roll it out. Yay! We are going to set the oven to 100.
It's better to use 160 degrees Celsius.
To warm it up before you start rolling out your dough. So I'm going to use my plastic wrap to help me roll it out so it doesn't stick so much. That's my idea.
You want the thickness to be at 3 millimeters.
I'm going to also prepare my baking sheet before I roll out and cut out the cookies. I'm going to line it with some parchment paper. I've got a baking sheet like this. It fits right inside my oven. I'm going to put some other cookies on it. I'm going to reuse a parchment paper that I was using last week for some other cookies, because I like to reuse my parchment papers. It smells so nice. I'm going to just line it like so. Now I'm going to roll out my dough.
I am adding a little bit more plastic wrap so that it is easier to roll out and it doesn't stick so much. But if you flour the surface, it probably also won't stick. You want to roll it out to about a 3 millimeter thickness. And the cookies shouldn't be too hot, too warm and melted before they go in the oven.
I don't have any cookie cutters yet, so I'm just going to use this cup for cutting out the rounds.
I cut them out with a cup and they should be about this thin. So we're gonna be cutting an equal amount of rounds for tops and bottoms. And in half of them you will make holes. Now I'm going to lay them over here. The dough is getting really hot now, and this is how it's gonna be. I'm gonna show you my 3 that I made first. And the plastic wrap, it really seems to help nicely with it, so that it comes off. It's not sticky. It's not sticking too much. Seems like it's gonna fit like 3. So I'm gonna put another 6 here, and that'll be. And then I'll put them in the oven when it's ready. The oven is ready now, but about 6-7 minutes to 10 minutes to warm up. So there they are. It's my first time making these cookies, so I think I'm gonna make some mistakes probably. I hope they're not too hot now. They probably need to be pretty cold when they go in the fridge, so maybe you want to add them into the fridge before you put them right in the oven. But I'm gonna try it like this now. Put them in the oven. They are gonna be going right into the oven, into the middle. And we want it for 12 minutes. Let's try 11 minutes first. I'm going to wrap the rest of my cookie dough back into the fridge, into the film, and back into the fridge. It's gotten a little bit warm now. I think it's better to have it cold. So putting it back into the fridge. Maybe make another 12 cookies like before. While they're cooking, I'm gonna eat a few chips. Why not? Now I'm talking in German with you. Silly me.
Die Cookies sind wohl fertig.
Now you can learn some German. So you can understand it. Interesting. So I think they're finished. I just had them in for 11 minutes. So I'm letting them sit for a little while in the hot oven, and then I will take them out. And we can have a look. They smell wonderful. And while the cookies are baking, and you can prepare some jam. So my jam is one that has small pieces inside, and that's not great. So it's good for smearing it on top of the cookie. It's not very good. So you should put it through a strainer like that, and then you get a nice fine jelly with the same flavor. And you should probably heat it up a little bit. If it's not, like, this is okay now, it's not warm, but if to make it a little bit more spreadable, you could heat it up, and you could spread with this and then add a dollop of the full fruit jam onto the cookie to come through the hole, you know, like that. I'm going to show you how I did it with how I'm doing it with the apricot jam. I will add some. It also has small pieces of apricot inside, which is very yummy. But you don't want that really, and for smearing it on top of the for smearing. On top of your cookie, you want a smooth texture. And so here it's coming out like that, and it'll become nice and smooth without the pieces of fruit inside. And you can keep that part with the fruit to put it on top. So once you have that, you take it like this. And keep doing it the This is quite hard work. I don't like this kind of hard work. So you can also buy a ready-made gelée, it's called, and that will be probably better for this purpose, because look how little I've got out of this. This is not fun. So I'm just gonna use the red jelly, which I already have. Now the cookies are coming out. And here they are. We let them cool off. And then once they cool off, they seem pretty okay. It's not evenly brown. Now it's time to add the jam to the cookies. I will add the jam on the bottoms of the cookies, on the side on which they were lying down on the pan, and then put the other half on top, like so. So first, we're going to use the jam and the red jam and apply it onto the bottom of the cookie surface that's flat without the hole in it. And next we will add the top on top of it, and we will squish it together. And lastly, we also need some jam in the middle of the hole, and I will add the full fruit jam to it, not the gelée jam, so that when you bite on it you can have a little bit of a crunch or a chew. And the nice thing to also do is to turn the cookie while you're putting it on top, the cookie with the hole. You turn it a little bit. Now I'm going to try to add jam also to the top of the cookie. So both cookies parts will get jam on it, to see if that makes any difference, if it's a little bit better. That you could also try that to see if it sticks better. And now I'm just gonna put it on top. And now we add a little jam in the center for the full fruit effect. Now I'm going to try the cookie, what it tastes like. It's probably delicious. Lecker. And that was it for today, my dears. I'm going to finish my cookie. It's crispy, tasty. I hope it's supposed to taste like this. See you next time. Bye.